This is Bryan Kohberger in court during his sentencing. Now we're going to take a look at this from a body language and behavior perspective to give you a better idea of what's going on psychologically. Are we dealing with a psychopath, a sociopath? Is this a normal person who's just nervous? Let's take a look and find out.
Be seated, thank you.
This behavior is fairly normal. The judge tells them to sit down, and they do. And of course, you adjust a little bit in your seat and look around and see what's happening, get your bearings on what's going on, and that's what we're seeing. This next clip, I've sped up 100 times. It's 20 minutes squished down to about 30 seconds. Now, the reason being, because I want you to pay attention to him and compare his behavior to the women sitting next to him, his attorneys. Watch how many movements you see on Kohberger. There are hundreds and hundreds of them. But when you look at it normal speed, doesn't look like anything's going on at all. And watch these attorneys beside him. When they move, it's big movements and they're fairly smooth. Even though it's going really fast, they're fairly smooth. But watch his movements. They happen really quickly and they're really jerky. Anytime you speed something up, somebody's going to look jerky and moving around really quickly. But watch what all happens with this guy. For somebody not into body language, you're not in behavior, you're not going to be into this very much. But if you are, you're going to absolutely love this. This one's fascinating because it's predator information intake. He's looking around the room, checking for threats, sizing people up. That's what predators do. When they're, no matter what situation they're in, they want to know what's happening with everyone.
Thank you, Mrs. Slarmy. Appreciate it.
Next is Ben Mogan, the father of Maddie Mogan.
Yes, of course.
This behavior suggests that Kim Chile was the main target because watch how he moves when she says, "This is Kim Chile's grandmother." He gets really uncomfortable.
And it'll be Kim Chile, the grandmother of Maddie Mogan.
This clip is 22 minutes and 5 seconds, squished into less than 30 seconds again. So let's take a look at his behavior. What's he doing? Watch how often he moves. It's like non-stop the whole time. Compare his movements to the attorney sitting next to him on both sides of him. There's a lot more going on with him than them. But again, when you slow this down, it looks like he's not moving at all. And these are victim impact statements. So he's hearing what bothers them, why they hate this guy. They're telling him why and what he's done to their lives. It's the most horrible thing you'll ever want to do or see somebody do. And we're seeing how it's affecting him.
This is from her aunt, Tammy Butts. You, in the cloak of darkness, made a decision to turn our whole family's world upside down forever.
This one nails it because he says, when you decided in the cloak of darkness to turn our family's world upside down, watch what happens.
You, in the cloak of darkness, made a decision to turn our...
His arms come in. He's starting to close off. That means that bothers him. Now, you can say psychopaths don't feel that. They don't have those feelings. However, when you're dealing with an ego, which is all a psychopath is really, it's just an ego running around trying to please itself, you can affect it. You can make it angry. There's all kinds of things that can happen when you start touching on that ego.
You, in the cloak of darkness, took our Kaylee J. Gonzalez away from us all without hesitation. Never have you shown any remorse or regret. We just get creepy, non-expressive stares as you have your team of women defend you. Kaylee was a strong, kind, fun-loving, caring person, and she will greatly be missed by all her family and friends for the rest of our lives. She had goals in life that you took from her and us. We lose on watching her enjoying her life, working hard and building the future she wanted. She was ready to start that after college life. You, in the cloak of darkness, took it all away.
Again, this one's getting to him because watch what happens when he puts his arms back up on the chair. He's squished down a little bit. He's getting shorter. He's turtling. He's making himself smaller. This makes him look bad. That's why it bothers him. And with a psychopath, it's the highest form of narcissism there is. Because remember, every psychopath is a narcissist, but not every narcissist is a psychopath. And this does not make him look good at all, and he knows it. In this one, they're coming back from a quick break. You see him sit down, adjust himself, and get ready for what's coming next.
All right, Ms. Jennings.
Thank you, Your Honor. The next family is the family of Xana Kernodle. And first would be Jasmine Kernodle, Xana's sister.
As this girl continues to talk about the loss of her sister and how it affects her family, you can actually see him get smaller and smaller and smaller. From the psychopath's point of view, again, the highest form of narcissism, this is not good because it doesn't make him look good at all. He knows this is getting to the emotions of everyone sitting there and watching him and observing him and paying attention to his every move. Does he feel remorse? We're not seeing any remorse so far.
I'll never hear her laugh or see her light up a room ever again.
This girl's voice has a lot of emotion in it, and you can tell it doesn't bother him at all. In fact, he looks bored.
I'll never hear her laugh or see her light up a room ever again.
Speaking so far, spoke about things. I agree with everything they have to say. It all comes back to a lot of the same things that I've had to deal with and we as a family have had to deal with. And that brings me, basis of...
Again, he looks bored here. He's goofing around that chain around his waist. When he takes his arms off the chair, watch what happens. They kind of pop down like he's bored. He's trying to pay attention at this point. This is the most movement we've seen from his attorney so far. The one on his left, she does some big moves. She's moving around a lot. But the one on his right, it almost looks like she's doing what he's doing. However, watch her hands. You can barely see him down there. She's goofing around with her hands. She's letting off that built-up stress and tension from what's going on. She knows she can't get up. She knows she can't make any big moves. She's the one in charge. She's the alpha of this situation for his side. And watch him. Even at high speed, you can tell this guy is bored out of his skull. There's nothing in there that tells us he feels bad about what's happening. If he did feel bad, we'd see the signs that tell us that. Pay attention to all the movements that happen when he looks at his attorney. He's bobbling around. His head turns, his body moves. So, hey, everybody, just a quick intro. I want you to meet Jessica, our sponsorship specialist. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, thanks for letting me do this because I want to use it as an example. So check this out. I just Googled your full name. Now, your address is in Los Angeles, correct?
Yes, that's creepy.
And your phone number is 214 or 8.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's the creepy part. Your personal address, phone number, and email are all out there for anybody to find. All I did was just Google and search you. It's not a hack. It's data brokers, companies that collect and sell your information to marketers, scammers, and even identity thieves. And it's totally legal and completely creepy. They're supposed to remove your information if you ask them to, then they bury it in all that legalese and red tape, so you'll just give up. But you can do what we do. You can use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura scans the web for data brokers that are sharing your information and automatically sends opt-out requests on your behalf. But Aura doesn't stop there. It monitors the dark web 24/7 and alerts you fast if any of your information shows up. Now, it'll warn you if somebody tries to open a bank account or credit line in your name. And if something goes wrong, you're covered with up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, and a US-based fraud team is ready to step in. Plus, Aura includes a world-class VPN so you can browse and shop safely from anywhere. It's privacy protection and peace of mind all in one. So go to aura.com/Scott Rouse and get 14 days for free. And that's enough time for Aura to start scrubbing your information from the internet. All right, thanks, Jessica.
Thank you, Scott.
There's a lot going on there. This lets us know he's uncomfortable.
Skilled attorneys who were personally as well as professionally deeply invested in this case met. And we talked, and
this is a great example of someone who's uncomfortable trying to act like they're comfortable. He's trying to get comfortable and can't find the sweet spot. He's moving around, his arm comes up and it comes back down. Watch how slowly he's moving. This isn't like him up to this point. It's always been continuous moves and then he gets settled in. And he can't pull that off this time.
thank you. That on count one, the felony burglary, that the court sentenced the defendant to the maximum period of 10 years fixed in the custody of the Idaho Department of Correction.
This one's interesting because we see him do his threat check. He looks around a little bit, and as his head is turned over this way, watch his eyes. They go first, and then his head follows. That's odd for a situation like this. And that lets us know he's not worried about what anybody thinks about him. He's not thinking about that because it looks weird.
Wish to make argument today.
Runner, we do not wish to make arguments. Mr. Kohberger, along with his legal team, is prepared for the court to enter judgment.
This is the part where the judge says to Kohberger's attorney, "Do you wish to make argument?" And in other words, she says no. Then when he asks Kohberger if he has anything to say, Kohberger says, "I respectfully decline." So he doesn't want to fuss about this either.
All right, Mr. Kohberger, you have an opportunity to make a statement if you wish to. I take it you are declining.
I respectfully decline.
But check out how awkward his body language is. His chest comes forward first.
I respectfully decline.
We don't see any kind of facial expressions whatsoever. It's that same old blank, expressionless face.
I respectfully decline.
I want to show this one because it shows how odd he looks when he turns his head. He's simply turning his head to say something to his attorney. It's slow, it's odd, almost like an animal. This is 7 minutes and 5 seconds sped up. What I want you to pay attention to is his mouth. His jaw is moving around like he's chewing something. We haven't seen that at this point. So let's get a closer look. Now that suggests there's a lot of internal dialogue going on in there. He's thinking. He's listening to what's happening. He's making decisions. What decisions? I don't know. No clue, no idea. But that's what's happening here.
Again, thank you to everyone for your stories today. I am strengthened by them, and I am encouraged by your humanity and strength. And God bless you. We're adjourned.
Now, if he was going to show shame or remorse or even fake it, this is the time to do it. Doesn't affect Kohberger in the least, not even a little bit. That's why I'm still under the impression he's a psychopath.
For your stories today, I am strengthened by them, and I am encouraged by your humanity and strength. And God bless you. We're adjourned.
So there you have it. A take on Kohberger's body language and behavior that you haven't seen before. Sped up. And again, the reason it's odd is because he's moving constantly. But when you look at it at normal speed, it doesn't look like he's moving much at all. All right, if you have any questions about body language, just email me, bodylanguagequestions@gmail.com, and I'll get right on it.